So you find this like really nice confluence of Hinduism and Buddhism. So we just caught the sunrise at the Angkor Wat temples. This has to be one of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen. Hello and good morning from Siem Reap. It's 4:20 a.m. and I begin my exploration of Siem Reap today with, of course, the most popular Angkor Wat Temple. And one of the most popular things to do here is to watch the sunrise over the Angkor Wat Temple. So that's what I'm off to do today. I'm going on a sunrise tour, which starts at 4:30 a.m. And yeah, we're going to be seeing the three main temples, walk around the complex and all of that. I'm super excited for this. This is really early. I'm really sleepy, but I think it should be worth it. So we just caught the sunrise at the Angkor Wat Temple. So you can see the beautiful outline, sort of like the silhouette of the temple, and it was actually really nice. You don't really see like the ball of the sun rise up, but it just gets lighter and lighter. But yeah, it's been a beautiful morning. The only thing you have to keep in mind is that it's really crowded. So if you want to get a good spot in the front, if you want to see the reflection of the temple in the water as it gets light, you have to arrive here like super early and get a spot right in the front. We've been walking around the main Angkor Wat temple. Now it's basically a huge complex, and the main temple, the temple itself, is actually called Angkor Wat, and it's actually really massive. Like, I've seen a lot of temples in my life, but this is like a magnificent temple. You find this like really nice confluence of Hinduism and Buddhism, because this was originally built as a Hindu temple, so it used to have a lot of elements of the Hindu gods like Vishnu, Shiva, but eventually it was transformed to a Buddhist temple. So now you'll see figures of Buddha and like elements from Buddhism in the carvings in the temple. The temple is quite big. It has like 6 libraries, there are 9 towers, there are water pools inside it, and like, yeah, the temple grounds are really beautiful. So this is my second temple in the Angkor Wat temple complex, and this temple actually is called Ta Prohm. This temple's claim to fame was actually the movie Tomb Raider, where Angelina Jolie actually shot a couple of her fight sequences right here in this temple. It has this beautiful tree. It's one of the oldest trees here, more than 300 years old, and you can see the branches have penetrated the stone walls of the temple. This temple complex is super beautiful, intricately carved stonework everywhere, and it's like amazing. The Ta Prohm temple complex is possibly my personal favorite. I know Angkor Wat is like the more popular one, but the Ta Prohm temple complex is so beautiful. It has this like mysterious, magical, mystical sort of vibe to it, especially with the all the kapok trees with their roots in the walls, and it has a whole vibe. I think this temple complex is like one of my favorites in the whole complex. And the temple for the day today is this gorgeous structure called the Bayon Temple. This temple, you might have seen this in pictures. It is super popular because it has all of these smiling Buddha faces. There are, I think, a total of, I don't know what is the exact number, but there are all of these towers, and there are like Buddha faces on 4 sides of all of these towers, and every face is like differently done. Like, the face structure is different, the expressions are different. Some of them are smiling, some of them are straight faced, and it's so beautiful. Just, it's insane how they've managed to create these faces out of just stone. You know, I honestly thought like, oh, it's just going to be one temple after another. I might get bored, but honestly, these temples are a few of the most insane structures I've seen. It's actually really interesting because every temple has like an element of difference. So it's not like you're seeing just temples. They're actually like really interesting architectural wonders. It's my first evening in Siem Reap, and I have actually come out for a sunset in the countryside tour. It's organized by my hostel, and I just like went along with it, but it's so beautiful. This was so worth it. I was really tired and was thinking whether I should go for it or not, but the ride was so beautiful. We rode here in this like truck type of vehicle, which was somewhere across between like a truck and a bullock cart, except for there were no bulls. But like it has brought us to the countryside where there's like a lot of rice farms, and there's all of these are farms surrounding me, and then you can see the beautiful sun setting over the water. Hello, so today I am off for a super fun activity around Siem Reap. I'm off to visit a floating village. It's a very unique concept that they have here, about a 45 minutes drive away from Siem Reap. So this is the boat that's going to be taking us to the floating village. So yeah, I'm just boarding the boat. So we are on our way to the floating village called Kampong Phluk. Now there are 4 to 5 different floating villages in this area. The one we are going to today is called Kampong Phluk. We took like a 45 minutes ride up to the ferry station, and then we are on this beautiful boat. The view is gorgeous. There's like green rice fields on both sides, and it's going to be a short boat ride to the village. Houses are actually built on stilts, okay? So they are all like wooden poles on which these houses are built, and to make them sustain and to keep them strong, the wooden poles on which these houses are built are changed every 8 to 10 years. Most of the people living in these villages are dependent on tourism and fishing for their livelihood. So we are actually just walking across the village. You can see it's a massive village. There's 1,000 families, total 5,000 people live in this village, and it's so beautiful. Now they have like sort of changed their entire lifestyle to adapt to basically living on water. They use the same water to drink. They basically boil the water and use it to drink, to cook, all of that. They fortunately have electricity now, so they have television and they have lights and all of that. I also tried out a local fish which they eat whole. They just smoke it and eat it. It's okay, I would say, but like it's insane to see how they have adapted to this lifestyle. So after taking a walk through the floating village, we're actually out for a canoe ride now in this gorgeous mangrove forest on the lake, and it's like really nice and peaceful. You can just hear the sounds of the birds. Raluka! Almost back from the sunset boat ride, and this has to be one of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen. This has to be one of my favorite experiences in Siem Reap, and I really did not expect that. It was the most gorgeous sunset. The sunset colors were insane. The clouds were insane. Oh my god, this has just been a beautiful evening. I will be back in the next video with some more mystical temples from the Angkor Wat complex. Until then, please don't forget, hit the subscribe button.